Your anxiety and your codependency might be holding you back from getting the life that you deserve. Now, how did I come to this conclusion? Well, I've known this for a while because I'm a social worker and because I've worked with people who have these problems, but they're very easily to overcome once you acknowledge them and once you do the work. Everything can be done through affirmations and repetition. You just have to change your neural pathways. But when you're in a relationship, for example, and the person that you're with, you get anxiety about them not answering your call, not talking to you enough, not this, not that, not that. Sometimes it builds this resistance within you where you're like, what's going on? Why am I not hearing from them? It's not just romantically, it's also it can be from, a family member or a friend, or it can be from, you feeling like I have to have this part of me, or, I can't let go of this part of me because I've always been this way. You can have codependency to like your own tendencies too. But you have to understand that this is something that I learn every day. To have the life that you really desire, you have to become not so attached to the outcome of everything. Because what happens when you become really attached to outcomes is that sometimes you start to obsess. And when you obsess about something, it means you don't believe that you have it. So the ways to really overcome codependency and feeling like and overcoming inadequacy when it comes to the ways that you deal with people and the way that you deal with yourself is learning to spend more time with yourself in a healthy way and learn to calm yourself down through things like meditation, manifestation techniques like repetition, learning to calm down through your neural pathways of repeating to yourself over and over again, you're right, you're right, you're right. And just changing the environment around you from which you used to do things. Sometimes we have to change our environment to have a life where we are not dependent on other people, meaning that if you've been in a relationship for a long time and relationships are great examples of this. If you've been in a relationship with someone for a very long time and you've always spent all this time together and all of a sudden the person gets super busy and then you start to freak out because they're busy and you think they don't want to spend time with you, you need to go back to spending time with yourself so that you can not put all of your trust in and value in the other person. If you are feeling like, oh, I've always done this, I have to do this or else I'm going to have anxiety, then you have to start doing other things and calming yourself down through meditation and through active thinking and changing the way that you think about something, because a thought is a thought and thoughts are fleeting. You can feel a certain way for a moment and then you can change that moment through thinking about something else. So for example, today I had a codependency moment and I calmed myself down through doing a quick meditation because I was like, wait, why are you feeling this way? Everything really is fine. Nothing is wrong. You are all right. And also, a lot of people who have codependency live in the past. This is a problem that we have a lot. If you live in the past too long, you're never going to stay in the present. So what was happening is I was thinking about a moment from the past and I was like, well, this is how I've been in the past, and like if it's not like this, then it's going to be like that moment in the past, and that brought me a lot of anxiety. So what did I do? And this morning, actually, I was lucky because I brought one of my favorite books, The Sea of the Soul by Gary Zukav, and I started reading the book on the chapter on trust. And it calmed me down to remember that my soul is all right without all these different factors. And that I don't have to go back to an old experience to have the life that I deserve. So, though I was anxious for a moment, I did a meditation for a few minutes and then I read a chapter from this book and it calmed myself down. I no longer felt like the neediness to like gravitate towards something. Um, so this takes practice, but it just takes repetition of doing it because I was able to identify the problem and do it better because I already knew what to do because I've been doing this for a while. So codependency isn't a terrible thing. Don't think of it as a bad word. You just have to learn how to overcome it with relationships outside of yourself and relationships inside of yourself. And that's really where it starts, inside of you. Everything starts from inside of you.